parece ser que nos vamos a quedar sin TikTok. Así que nada, para todos aquellos que están tristes, me pueden seguir en Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter o X, Threads. Y no sé, si existe alguna otra plataforma por ahí donde podamos hacer contenido, lo estaremos haciendo. ¿Qué les puedo decir? Es increíble que estemos teniendo una situación como esta en el social media de los Estados Unidos. Nada, vamos a ver qué es RedNote. Carillo, vamos a ver qué es RedNote. Esto se está poniendo bastante interesante. Y este 2025 va a ser súper interesante. Yo espero que ustedes estén ready para lo que es ese journey, para lo que es ese chapter. Vamos a ver esto, en verdad.
A Red Book, aka for some. Here's the long story short.
Okay.
TikTok is getting banned. We all know it.
Porque lo van a banear.
It's seeming very likely. Whether or not Trump will reverse it is up in the air, but it's getting banned. All right?
Parece ser que Trump está en negociaciones.
Seeming very likely, at least. And originally,
si no
when
me
it was
equivoco,
get banned, we all thought it was going to be a thing where you just can't update it. It's out of the App Store, you can't update it, but you can still use it. But it seems like TikTok is kind of playing 3D
Trump está metiendo mano ahí.
And they're going to actually self-ban it. The idea is that when you open the app on the 19th, TikTok is going to block your access so that you get mad. And so everyone's freaking out on TikTok. And in response...
Explicamos. Iban a banearlo en Estados Unidos. Eso no podías darle up de hacer nada, absolutamente nada. Pero no. TikTok decidió banearlo si el Congreso no les quiere dar break. Así que no vamos a poder hacer absolutamente nada.
Is headed over to a little app
no sé
called
si con VPN.
Xiaohongshu, aka Red Book,
Vamos a ver qué es
aka for some reason Red Note.
Red Note.
Again, this is just a random name that I guess the English audience came up with and just ran with. The name Little Red Book comes from Mao's Little Red Book. Quotes from Mao that people would walk around with in Mao's era. However, despite what this all looks like and what you might think, Little Red Book is in absolutely no way a political app. It's not a political discussion app. It's not even like Twitter or anything. It is more like Instagram meets Pinterest. It is mostly people posting like, here's a fun restaurant in this city. Here's how hot I look.
Ustedes están viendo dónde estamos migrando. ¿Sabes? Carillo. Nadie quiere virar, yo no sé, para el social media americano. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué le hicieron ustedes? ¿Qué les hizo tanto daño en Estados Unidos? O sea, no entiendo. Van a cerrar TikTok y en vez del corillo ir para Facebook, Meta, lo que está apostando todo el mundo, Instagram, Twitter, no, es una migración masiva para otra plataforma que no tenga nada que ver con Estados Unidos. Y están mirando, pero no. Vamos a ver eso. ¿Dónde podemos aprender mandarín, by the way? ¿Dónde? Alguien que me...
on the beach. That's what the
Esta plataforma literalmente es para compartir restaurantes. Es como un... ¿Cómo se llamaba esta aplicación aquí? Que era... Ay, para buscar los restaurantes en PR. Se me olvidó el nombre. Ay, es de comida. Ya lo bien parecida. Y tú podías postear los restaurantes y todos tus reviews. Pero mucho mejor está.
Suddenly, U.S. users started flooding Red Note, and it's connecting Chinese and American citizens, average social media users, like never before, especially young people. Hit the #1 in the App Store. By the way, Lemon 8
se están conectando como nunca.
The Americanized version of Little Red Book. So #1 and #2 are both.
Esa es la otra, Lemonade. Alguien me siguió en TikTok y me puso como que, te puedo seguir en Lemonade. Y yo, what is Lemonade? Pero vamos a tener que ir a ver eso. By the way, son chinas las dos.
These apps that are like Instagram, Pinterest ripoffs. #TikTok refugees started trending on both of these apps. 620 million views, 11 million posts as of today.
Wow. Wow.
Of all these people going on and saying, hello, I'm here from TikTok, I'm a TikTok refugee. And some really fun and interesting interactions happened. But first, I went to the Chinese side because we had Stefik go and look at more of the
Esto
Chinese
está gracioso.
side. And we got some
es increíble. Vamos a verle el arte.
From their side,
The memes, los memes. Today, Chinese scene today, Red No be like. wow, miren esto. Qué curioso. Los chinos vacilando. Estos son los chinos vacilando. Corillo, vuelvo y repito. Estos son los chinos vacilando. Más de 62, el hashtag de TikTok Refugee. Más de 62 millones de views. O 162, algo así, lo que era, qué sé yo. O sea, mira los memes. O sea, todo el día mi TikTok ha sido literalmente bombardeado por la gran despedida masiva. Así que déjame ser parte de ella. La gran despedida masiva de TikTok. La lloraera en TikTok de todo el mundo. Así que nada, déjenme aportar algo a esta gran lloraera. O sea, y a los memes grandiosos que están sucediendo para poder ser parte de esta gran historia, esta gran migración. O sea, miren esto, qué gracioso. Miren esto. English Homework Cat. What the man? ¿Sabes? Si están tristes, no está en Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. ¿Qué le di? ¿Qué le di? Twitter, X, Threads. Me pueden seguir en un montón de sitios. Es más, pónganlo en Google, así pam, y le sale. No sé. Pero miren esto. ¿Sabe? Asumo yo que el Senado y todo el mundo está esperando que literalmente todos los americanos vuelvan a sus plataformas. Pero ese no parece ser el resultado que están teniendo. ¿Alguien habrá hecho la matemática mal? Alguien debe haber hecho la matemática mal. Alguien se equivocó. Alguien lo hizo mal.
Which is like, this is the depiction of the day. With Chinese citizens and American citizens coming in, meeting, and even like some Canadians, even some...
El mundo es interesante.
Because again, a lot of non-American but Western social media users got FOMO. They basically saw all this stuff on TikTok about everyone going to Little Red Book and went over, even though it's not banned in their country. Like in Canada, it's not banned, but everyone's going to check out this website anyway. And there was a lot of memes. First of all, how Americans obviously did not read the terms and agreements. Again, Little Red Book is an app that is 100%
memes
in
are
Chinese.
insane.
The TOS
Bro,
is in
memes
Chinese.
are insane.
The UI is in Chinese. Everyone's just power clicking through. The coolest thing about all of this is seeing regular internet users in China and regular internet users in America collaborate and share memes. Basically have fun with each other throughout any of this geopolitical strife.
En vez de ¿sabes? Todo el mundo esperaba, yo no sé qué, que los chinos y los americanos se pusieran a pelear y ellos están compartiendo memes, mira.
As you log on to download Chinese memes. And then a lot of Chinese people were doing the spy joke. Like this person was like, how do I hide my save folder on Little Red Book, which basically your bookmarks? It doesn't matter. Whether you hide it or not, I'm going to spy on your data every day. Which is great. I mean, a lot of Chinese people were leaning into the fucking spying on data joke. People were learning English. People were learning Chinese. Videos of people sharing how to say certain phrases and slang in Chinese.
Miren ese gran cruce cultural.
Vamos, English back and forth. Duolingo jumped in. Oh, now you're learning Mandarin. By the way, this is not just a joke, it's real. Number of people signing up to learn Mandarin spiked the second this happened. People are very...
Tú acabas de ver el pic de gente que quiere aprender mandarín.
Very easily.
This is a joke. This is a joke. Esto es una broma. Esta es la April Fool.
I've got my book right here. And then one funny thing that I thought was pretty cute was the Chinese netizens created the cat tax, which is basically like, hey, if you're not from China and you're on this app, you have to post a cat photo first before you can be allowed to be a part of the conversation. And so, like, you have to post your cat photo, and then they reply with this cat tax payment conversation. Cat tax from California.
Han creado para los pet lovers que si quieres entrar tienes que poner primero una foto de gato y entonces comparten y todo el mundo compartiendo sus mascotitas.
I can't speak Chinese, so I'm paying the cat tax. People are doing it. It's pretty cute. Then we got to the homework sharing. Hi, American people. Please help my homework. I love you guys. And there was a lot of like people asking for help on their English homework. Except, you know, these are TikTokers, not like our best and brightest. So some of them were like, I can't do this homework.
Esta es la parte más graciosa.
Y'all's homework has me wondering if I actually know English. And then on the other side, this might sound racist, but it happened. It was a lot of people asking for help with math homework from Chinese kids. Including this guy, a middle school math teacher, Mr. He, who helped an American with their math homework. And then someone said, teaching is truly an endless endeavor. You have to teach Chinese students in the day and teach foreign students at night. There were Chinese people.
En palabras finas, ahora estoy dándole grasa a los americanos. ¿Qué estamos? ¿Qué año es? Yo me siento bien perdido.
Asking for like, hey, can you help me apply for a PhD or help me find an online job? Again, youth unemployment is pretty high in China right now. It makes sense they would try to fucking find a job overseas, although with the H-1B situation, it's gonna be tough. And then, of course, because it's a photo sharing app like Instagram, a lot of people just went to horny jail. Both American and Chinese netizens got very horny very quickly. People posted thirst traps and got a bunch of responses from people in other cultures. This is a hot dude in China who posted a selfie, and then Jalissa from TikTok said, hi, do you want a green card?
What?
I have 12 emails, 30 messages, and a proposal due by 10. How am I already underwater?
El internet. El internet es un sitio bien curioso.
Although it's funny. So again, most of what I'm showing you today is the positive sides of it and the fun sharing of memes and culture is good. However, there were Chinese people,
Perdonen la hora.
Chinese
El
dudes
bostezo es la hora.
who used this app basically to find hot girls, and they are extra mad that it's filled with like middle-aged American dudes saying like, hey, I'm from America. They're like
Ya hay gente haciendo citas.
furious. Then there was this guy who tried to post a selfie, and instead of getting the thirsty response he thought he was gonna get, he got people like judging him. You have anterior pelvic tilt. There's people just negging him. Then there was some sharing hobbies. Again, a lot of good feelings. It was like pretty nice to see people just talk about crocheting or little projects, or they all like F1. There's people sharing all sorts of memes. Then of course, there was the AMAs. And this is probably the most interesting part. There were Chinese citizens that were mad because they're like, hey, this app is literally 99.9% of the time just fun stuff. And now there's so many Americans and foreigners on it asking like serious questions and making political discussion and asking like, what do you think about socialism and capitalism and, you know, all this stuff. And it's like, I think there's
Se ha puesto
a fair
intenso.
criticism.
En palabras finas, de momento llegaron los americanos y esta gente lo que hacía era chilear en este app. Y ha empezado el cruce cultural que hasta han empezado a preguntar sobre política. Mire, ¿y qué creen del socialismo, el capitalismo, esto, lo otro?
From there of people changing the vibe, but also this was pretty interesting to see people share actual thoughts on like, what do you think about Texas? What do you think about schooling? What do you think about discrimination? There was like an interesting discussion of ideas from regular people, and again, it wasn't hostile, which is not what you might expect. It was like openly, it was mostly positive, mostly interesting, which is pretty cool. Then, of course, there was the brands. China is no different from America. If something is trending on social media, the cringy brands will try to get involved. Like this guy who asked for help with his math homework on Little Red Book. And then the XGIMI brand responded, answered his math problems, and then said, you can take a break from math by playing games and watching movies with the XGIMI projector.
Era. ¿Quién pensó que las redes sociales iban a llegar a esto?
Now, two things happened that I want to mention. Number one, right when this started to happen, the CEO of RedNote showed up and welcomed everybody to the app. This is the most insane act of defiance ever seen on the internet.
So tip number one,
Ok. Este parece ser el CEO de RedNote. Vamos a ver qué tiene que decir. Vamos a ver. Ok.
mainly use this platform for searching for suggestions, such as for restaurants, such as for shopping malls, even for like makeup tips. And secondly, this platform is mainly Chinese speaking, but do feel free to speak English and post English content, because I believe there are a lot more English speaking people on this platform nowadays, and like we need to build this community. And there
That is powerful.
We need to build this. Ok, sencillo. He visto un poquito hasta el momento. Y yo solamente quiero hacerme una pregunta. Y quiero hacerle una pregunta a todo el mundo. A todos aquellos que pensaron allá en el Senado. ¿Ustedes realmente pensaron que todo el mundo iba a virar para Facebook, Instagram, para las plataformas americanas? ¿Realmente esa era la meta? Yo escucho mucho revolú de la data. ¿Saben? Yo honestamente no he estado bien involucrado en todo. Qué tan extenso es esto de la data. Pero parece ser que nada, TikTok lleva un montón de tiempo. Hay Trump ahora está bregando, no sé. Parece ser que el bochinche no es tan extenso como dicen con la data, pero nada. Esas son las alegaciones. Al momento la data comprometida. Pero la verdadera pregunta es, ¿ustedes pensaron que iba a haber esta migración masiva? Mira, este veo jamás pensó. Yo estoy seguro que este veo se levantó y hizo, ¿qué está pasando aquí? ¿Qué es esto? El cruce cultural es inesperado. La reacción, las conversaciones entre chinos y americanos que yo acabo de estar viendo aquí son completamente inesperadas. Para que ustedes entiendan que el mundo político y el mundo social son dos mundos completamente diferentes. No sé. Un tip. Pero nada, parece ser que esto de TikTok promete ser un año entretenido este.
What a powerful thing for a CEO today.
Excelente
It just
discurso.
turns out that this guy's not a CEO. He's just a guy living in Canada. Somebody just posted his video with the caption, "The Little Red Book CEO speaks."
Y yo pensando que era el CEO. ¿Sabes qué, Bebo? Tú, ese que hiciste la broma. Sí, tú mismo. Me cago. ¿Tú sabes quién? Tú sabes. Ya.
When this guy found out, this was his reaction.
Okay, so I got this text message today from one of my friends saying, does this guy look like your boyfriend? So apparently you went viral today.
What?
As
Wait, is that on TikTok?
Yeah. So it says the CEO of Red Note has welcomed Americans to their Pinterest Instagram app.
Hell actually happened.
This is my boyfriend Jerry, and
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Danny.
Danny.
We are the creators behind this account, and he is not the CEO of Red Note.
I'm just another normal guy in Vancouver.
He's fucking Canadian. People were losing their minds over the open and honest dialogue of the CEO, but it was just a dude. There was some friendly roasting as well. Chinese, give us your American jokes. Please make fun of us so we can laugh. Why do you eat like your healthcare is free? Americans, the moment they install Little Red Note. So this wasn't on Little Red Book, but there's been a lot of this on TikTok of everyone posting like Chairman Mao fan cams. Like after spending 1 minute on Little
Este
Red
cruce
Note.
cultural es un cruce que yo no esperaba.
You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you. But I tell you, anybody tries to get in the way of the incredible plan the big guys got for us has got me pissed, and I'm just begging to stay on the team, man.
3 seconds after installing Zhao Hongshu.
You will be brainwashed. Me, America's son? Ha! That will be a challenge. You bet. Our enemies are all those
You're gonna be brainwashed.
The bureaucrats, the big landlord class, and the reactionary section of the intelligentsia attached to them.
Please let me join your guild. I want to
I
be a
love.
part of a team.
I love
It's just
internet.
extra funny because if you read
I love internet.
actual Chinese people that use the app, it's like this app is just food and photos and beach photos. This app has suddenly become like this political
Llegamos
crossover
los americanos.
area. The real question
Me
is how
incluyo
long
porque
will
yo
it
soy
last?
parte de Estados Unidos
And the answer's
y
probably
se
not
volvió
that long.
Red
If
Note
TikTok
otra
gets better,
loquera.
it'll rush, but again, the UI and the app and the average content on there is all in Chinese. There's a rush right now of people that are enjoying it, largely because it's fresh and new. And it's fun, and it's beautiful, and I think it's cool. However, I'm not sure it will be a long-term thing. Regular people are gonna be using LRB. And of course, if TikTok is banned, then Lemon 8 and LRB will probably eventually get banned as well. But for a moment, It's kind of beautiful. And it reminds me, in some small way, a story that happened in World War I, where on Christmas Day, the German and the French soldiers who were in trenches opposite each other both came out of the trenches and played soccer. For like this brief moment, they stopped killing each other. They played soccer, they shared a drink.
Los soldados no son enemigos.
It went back. And as we enter an era next 10 years where geopolitical forces are going to put US and China more and more at odds, especially at the government level, it's nice that there was a moment where regular people of both countries can see that we're all just social media addicted memers.
La verdad es,
¿sabes? Want the same crap. We want someone to...
El punto es lo interesante. O sea, literalmente, el ser humano a veces se enfrasca en una guerra sin sentido.
It's not a big world-changing thing. People are making it out to be bigger than it is, I think. But it was nice. It was a nice moment, and I enjoyed it. And I saw that the memes were funny. And I think someone...
Yo creo que... Perdón. Dame un break. Ay, Dios mío. Después de ver un poquito de los memes de Red Note y TikTok, posiblemente aquí en TikTok hay un ban. No se sabe qué pase. En verdad, nadie sabe lo que va a pasar mañana. Pero yo, después de ver esto y ver el cruce cultural entre chinos y americanos, me parece bien curioso que todavía no entendamos algunas cosas de cómo funciona el mundo. Que algunos de nosotros todavía nos mantengamos en ignorancia total de cómo funcionan algunas cosas. Pero leer es gratis. Ahí está la información. Salga, edúquese lo mejor que usted pueda. No olvide que si cierran TikTok, me puede seguir en Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter o X, Threads. Ahí pueden ver todo lo que estamos haciendo. Vacilar con nosotros. ¿Y qué le puedo decir? Dense la vuelta. Expanda su mente. Este 2025. Este año parece ser un año bien prometedor. ¿Qué les puedo decir?